What's going on, guys? Let's start this off with 2 bunches of bok choy. Let's slice off the root and chuck that into a compost bin. Separate the leaves and slice them in half. You may find that there's some dirt on the inside of the leaves, so we'll just give these a wash under cold water and set them aside to drain. Here is 6 spring onions, also known as scallions. Slice off the root ends, and I'd usually say save these for a stock, but because we're making a broth, we're actually going to use them. We're then going to separate the green stems from the white, and roughly chop half of the green stems. Then with the other half, we're going to thinly slice on an angle, creating nice little oval shaped pieces, and this is going to be used as a garnish. Then with the white parts, just give them a rough chop. Pop your garnish into a bowl and set it aside, and then add the rest to a large heavy base pot. With a 45-gram piece of ginger, using a spoon, we're just going to peel this. You don't have to peel the ginger in this recipe, it's completely up to you, but if you do, using a spoon greatly reduces wastage. And with the scraps, we can just chuck this into a compost bin. Thinly slice a piece off the side of the ginger. Then we can lay it flat for more stability, and continue thinly slicing. And then once done, just pop it into our pot. Here is 1 long red chilli, which is optional. If you are going to use them, slice off the stem, and then we can just add the stem to a compost bin. Carefully slice the chilli in half lengthways. We're then going to be saving half for garnish, and then the other half is going into the pot. Add in 1/4 teaspoon or 0.5 grams of Chilli Flakes, which is optional, 8 individual cloves, 2 star anise, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of fennel seeds, 1 cinnamon stick, 1.5 litres of save it for a stock chicken stock, then with 800 grams or 1.7 pounds of chicken thigh, slice them into nice big even sized pieces, and add it into the pot. Give it a quick stir, making sure none of the chicken is clumped together, then we can place it onto our stovetop, place it onto a high heat and bring it to a boil. Once at a boil, give it a stir for all those flavours to become friends, then reduce the heat to low, place on a lid and allow it to simmer away for 35 minutes. After 35 minutes, remove the lid, then with a bowl and a slotted spoon or spider, scoop out all of the chicken, try not to remove anything else. When you have all of your chicken out, just set it aside. Remove your pot from the stovetop and pour the broth through a sieve into another large pot or saucepan. Give the sieve a shake to get as much of the broth out of the vegetables and spices as we can, and then just discard the scraps. Place the strained broth back onto your stovetop over a medium heat. Add in 200 grams of flat rice noodles and cook per your packet instructions, but they should only take 7 to 8 minutes. I will also say that this can be done in a separate pot with boiling water. The way I'm doing it will slightly cloud the broth, but I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of presentation for extra flavour. Anyway, once your noodles are al dente, remove them from the broth and add them straight into a serving bowl. After that, add in the bok choy, and we're going to cook this for 3 minutes, just until the leaves start to wilt and the stems still have a little bit of crunch in them. Then once cooked, same thing again, add them straight into your serving bowls. Now to piece this all together, add the chicken back into the broth, slice 1 lime in half, and using only half, squeeze in the juice. Add in 1 teaspoon or 15 milliliters of fish sauce, give it a really good mix, and remove it from the heat. Spoon the chicken into your serving bowls, and pour over that delicious broth. We can then garnish this with the other half of the chili, a nice amount of fresh mint, some coriander, also known as cilantro, some bean sprouts, and our spring onion or scallions. Now that looks so good and it smells fantastic. Let's dig in. The flavours in that are phenomenal. Seriously though, that is amazing. It's so fresh and fragrant, salty and sweet, and the chicken literally falls apart in your mouth. I highly recommend you try this dish. This recipe right here serves 2 large portions or 3 to 4 small portions. It can easily be doubled, tripled and so on. This will last 4 days in your fridge, and you can also freeze it without all of the herbs for 6 months. And a great thing to do with this recipe is to make a big batch and freeze it down, so then all you have to do is defrost it, reheat it, add some fresh herbs, and you've got yourself a fantastic and quick meal. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I was able to teach you something. If you did, make sure you smash that like button to help my channel grow and for the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing for hundreds of more fantastic recipes. Thanks for watching guys, stay safe and enjoy.